Hello. Welcome, timekeepers. Thank you for joining again for the My Reader Minutes. We're going to talk about Christian Gold. Yes, Jennifer Williams' fiance. He had a hearing yesterday, I heard. Didn't go too well. Was arrested. He's now in jail. Let's talk about it right after this. Christian Gold. I thought I was done talking about Jennifer and her fiance. Uh, well, as y'all know, those of y'all have been paying attention to the YouTube streets, Jennifer has not postponed or canceled her wedding. The show must go on. Christian Gold had a hearing yesterday. I think it was for his violation of probation. He got sentenced, I want to say 30 days, but I've been hearing between 15 and 30 days. I don't know. He's getting married in Paris to Jennifer Williams up in this coming month. They're going to let him out 2 days before, and then he has to come back. They're going to let him out 2 days before so he can get married, and then he has to come back and serve the remaining part of his time. However, there may be some other glitches coming up where he may not make it. Now, I've been keeping my ear to the YouTube streets. Supposedly, there may be some FBI investigation going on about what he actually does. Now, I understand he does trading, in the stock market, things like that. I'm not really 100% sure what he does, but I think that's the idea of what he does, on top of being allegedly a scammer. I don't know. Tasha K found one of the people that has filed a complaint with all these different bureaus, including the FBI, about his practices. Well, she told her story to Tasha K. And she even tells how he actually got them hooked and kind of, you know, gained their trust. Them and 18 other people, I want to say. She said it started out, her and her husband. She says she has multiple business. Her husband does something for dealers, for car dealerships or whatever, some type of financial person. And both of them are in finance. I think she also has a small coffee shop or something like that. And she said they gave Christian $4,000 to start off with. In a small window, he turned that $4,000 into $13,000. Kind of remarkable, right? And she said in the beginning, they had access to see what was going on with their money. They had access to pull things out. If they wanted money out, they could pull money out. And he kind of, helped them out a little bit as far as, gaining their trust in that regard. And I'm assuming he did the same for others. Over a period of time, he started up these different projects. They have Project 100, Project 200, Project 500, or whatever. And that had like a certain amount of slots. So if he was advertising Project 100, it might have been 20 slots. All you had to put in was $100, right? That $100 grew to whatever. And depending on how many slots you bought, that was the percentage of the money that would be yours if they were able to make it grow. Most of the accounts did grow. And I guess he was good at what he did. You're taking a risk in any type of brokerage anyway when you buy and sell on the stock market. However, he was very good at evidently at, trading or whatever. He knew when to buy, knew when to sell. I guess that's his forte. However, it kind of turned into he had all these different projects going. People had money here, people had money here, and all the time, I guess he could let them see that their money was growing and was making a profit. Well, at one particular point, he said he had to move this money. He had to move the money over to another platform, another account, or whatever. However, when he did that, it cut everybody off. Like they couldn't see what there was in there. If you wanted to add money to it, you had to send your money through him. If you wanted money out, you had to contact him and he'd have to give you your money. And it got to the point where he couldn't even give people their money. And or the one particular lady, her name was Arteria Renee or something like that. Arteria or something like that. And her husband kept going back and forth, because her husband fell on hard times. He lost his job and they needed money to keep things going. They had bills, everything was mounting up, and they wanted some of their money back. And supposedly her husband had given him $1,900 for whatever. So he asked Christian, have you done anything with the $1,900? He told him no. So he said, well, since you haven't done anything with the $1,900, can you please give it back? Because, he had fallen on hard times. He needed his money, blah, 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 blah. And he came up with all these excuses. And I think one particular excuse, he said he didn't have any liquid money. All his money was on credit cards. So his wife said, well, good. I have a coffee shop. I'll send you an invoice. Just pay us with the credit card. And, well, he couldn't do that. So it was different things that they were coming across, and it just didn't sound right. It wasn't adding up. They knew they had money. She said they had a total of $77,000 across the board, I guess, in all these accounts. And they wanted their money back, and he wasn't trying to give them anything. And then, of course, each project, like Project 100, Project 200, they paid out at certain times. I think you put money in, and after a year, you got this time of money. This particular project was only for 6 months. After 6 months, you saw this type of return. Then he had one project that was 3 months, and after 3 months, you got this type of return. So it was just, he had gained all their trust because I guess, like I said in the beginning, he was doing what he was supposed to be doing, or at least giving them the idea that he was making money for them. But he turned it into a scam. At least that's what I got out of that whole interview with Tasha K. Mind you, she indicated in one particular, because they had a lot of Zoom calls, I guess, with all his investors. And one particular time, she said she saw Jennifer Williams in the background, and she was, wiping off the counter. And she said these counters were already spick and span clean. So she didn't even know why she was back there wiping, but it seemed like she was back there, listening what's going on. So it wasn't like, in her mind, that Jennifer doesn't know what's going on. Now, if that's the case, allegedly, that Jennifer knows what's going on, she's not safe either. You're going to link yourself to a scammer? Jennifer, are you on the road to destruction? What are you doing? What are you doing? It makes no sense. And you haven't called off your wedding. This ninja is sitting in jail right now in DeKalb, Georgia, right? I want to say DeKalb, Georgia, for violation of probation. However, if the FBI comes in, that huh? He might not come out. Yet you have not canceled your wedding plans. So, okay, if this is true, this alleged scammer outfit that he put together, and he has to pay all these people their money back, you're, as his wife, may be held accountable for that money. So now what is he gonna do? He's not gonna be able to trade anymore. You're gonna have to take care of him. And if you try to get away, he's gonna come after whatever you got left. That's how I see this going, Jennifer. It don't look good. That's how I see it going. My opinion. Like, what else does he have to do to you? Jennifer, I can't understand why you acting so desperate right now. He's 30, first and foremost. You can't find anybody closer to your age that's a little bit more established. There's plenty of, well, I can't say there's plenty of men out there because, there's other men out there, I'm sure is more your league and can, I don't know, he must be doing some things that she just can't shake. That's the only thing I can think of. He must be doing some things. And and if that's the case, that's fine. But keep him just doing them things. You ain't gotta marry him. You don't have to be tied down to that. Legally. Just go with him. Jennifer, if you can't shake it, I'm just saying. I don't know where your mind is. I don't understand who's in her corner. Her mom's not around for her anymore to give her that support. Does she have any siblings? Like, do you have brothers and sisters? Are you the only child? Do you have cousins? Somebody. Because the people on Basketball Wives ain't letting her just go on willy-nilly, not saying anything. Like, they should have like big stop signs, like, oh, stop. Yield with caution. They need all kinds of road signs for her. Do not enter. I mean, what else can we do for Jennifer? At this point, I don't know if there's anything we can do because I guess she's hell-bent on having this wedding. Now, is it a part of the Basketball Wives series? Maybe that's why. Maybe they've already covered most of it, the expenses, and they just to go through with it. But oh my goodness, I don't see this going well, Jennifer. I don't, and I pray that you get out of this unscathed, at least at the minimum. Y'all, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. This does not look good. Y'all, please like, share, and subscribe. I am trying to grow my channel. I need at least, my first goal is to get to at least 500 subscribers. Can y'all help me out? Right now I'm at 339. So I am 161, 39. Yeah, 161 subs away from that $500 goal. $500. That 500 subscriber goal. Can you help me out? Help a sister out. I'm just trying to get to 500. I need 1,000, but I'm just trying to get to 500. That's the first goal. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. Anyway, everyone be blessed. Peace.